How do you think that Rihanna, the much self-acclaimed, wealthy beauty empire fashionista, built her wealth? Today on Finance with Dr. Ish, we are going to be analyzing how Rihanna built a $1 billion beauty empire through ownership. From celebrity to wealth architect, she was able to grow her wealth from one stream of income to multiple streams of income. If you're just meeting me for the first time, my name is Dr. Ish, and you are welcome to this channel where I always try to share case studies of people that we can look up to in the financial space, of course, and learn a thing or two from them. Right. So if you're interested in how people, celebrities build their wealth, of course, strategically, then this is the right place for you. Now, this is not a makeup story. Okay, Rihanna didn't just launch a beauty brand, she built a wealth system. Her brand makes money even when she is not working. And we call this passive income, where you are able to build a system that makes money even while you sleep. And this is how ownership creates wealth. From being a singer, a songwriter, a well-known musician, she started to launch her own beauty brand, and that wealth system has grown into a $1 billion industry. Now, she saw what others ignored. Before Fenty Beauty, she decided to create, there were limited, shades for darker skin tones. She identified a problem for Black women. And part of this problem was the limited shades for darker skin tones. Millions of customers were underserved, and people had to make do with what was available in the market. And of course, beauty brands focused on mainstream only. This was an opportunity for her to scale into something really big that fetched her billions at the end of the day. And if you're looking to build wealth, especially passive income, one of the things I advise is to look for a problem that needs a solution, and a solution you are sure you can provide. Just exactly what Rihanna did. Now, wealth starts where people are overlooked, because at the end of the day, it is people that buy things and not, of course, AI, right? So you need to find out what has been overlooked or ignored in the market and then prefer a solution on it. Of course, based on something you are very good at. Rihanna is good at beauty, and she saw a need and she fulfilled that need. Now, she didn't just endorse, she owned. Okay, so she partnered with LVMH. She took equity and not just a one-off payment, meaning consistent streams of income coming into her. Very smart move, very intelligent woman. She also became a co-creator and not just a promoter of the product. So, in other words, endorsement is a short-term cash income stream, but ownership gives you long-term wealth. And this was the wealth building strategy that Rihanna was able to use for Fenty. And this is how she grew it from where it was to where it is currently. And of course, as usual, a $1 billion investment. Now, she went big from day one. She launched with 40 plus foundation shades, of course, tested, and of course, she must have done her research before doing that. She positioned about inclusivity, something that even the average woman would find something for herself. So it wasn't just a product that was for a few set of people, it was something that had something for everyone, right? And she distributed globally via Sephora. And when it comes to Black people, there are different shades of Black skin. And this is the reason why she capitalized on that problem and came out with 40 plus foundation shades, meaning she's able to attend to a wider range of people, scaling her business to a large magnitude of clients or customers. So it's not about launching safe, it's about launching differently. So, what is that business idea someone else is doing that you can find a need they have been unable to take care of that can make you legitimate money. That was the advantage that Rihanna used. Now, how did Rihanna make this money? How does Rihanna actually make money? She makes money through this system. Product sales, which is the Fenty Beauty products. She has many products. Savage X Fenty revenue as well is one of the things that generates income for her, and equity growth of what she owns in the business. And then again, because of her brand as a musician, she leveraged on that brand, and the Fenty product also got a boost from her personal brand as a musician. So, what position is your brand right now? And even if you do not have a brand per se, it is something you can build on. Now, what I'm saying here is to be rich, to be wealthy, to grow your finance and other streams of income. You may not necessarily need to be another Rihanna, but you can use her simple money making system by finding a problem that needs a solution that people are ready to pay for. Finding a problem and a solution is just one step, but people are ready to part with their cash and pay for the value, right? So she earns from assets, not just effort. If the effort doesn't bring assets or investment, then it's just a waste of your time financially. And you know how we do it on this channel. Assets and investments are actually long-term things that wealthy people use to grow their wealth. Wealth is not grown overnight, it's strategic, it's intentional. But like I said, especially with using Rihanna as a case study, she found a problem and she created a solution for it. And she made variations by scaling up when she found out that that product, which is Fenty, was a solution for Black women of different skin color. Now, she built a wealth machine, and not just a wealth machine, a passive income wealth machine that is already having the right structures, the right system, doesn't necessarily run on daily operations. She uses partner infrastructure. And of course, that is where collaboration also comes in, especially if you are running at this kind of big scale. She focuses on vision plus brand direction. Now, you need to build systems that work without you. If you want to create wealth at this level, of course, you need to start from somewhere. She had a foundation, she did her research, and of course, she fulfilled a need, and a need that people were willing to pay for. In finance, you cannot just say income alone is a problem. Most issues people have is not the income, it is the system. If you build a credible system and credible structure, you will be able to build wealth for yourself. And this is exactly the prototype Rihanna used. Now, she went global from day one because that need was a global need, cut across different countries, different tribes, different races globally. She leveraged LVMH Global Network, and with the instant international reach that she already had as a musician, of course, with a strong brand positioning across markets. So you need to think global early and not later. So any solution you want to profile for a problem, ask yourself, is this problem localized or is it a global problem? And it's easier or a better system to find a solution for a global problem because it makes it sort of easier to create systems and structures that can help you to upskill. Now, the 5 lessons we learned from Rihanna's wealth building structure is find underserved markets. If you're interested in building wealth, choose ownership over income. If you can own it, then own it, right? Build scalable systems. Use partnerships to grow fast. You don't need to do everything yourself, but you need to have systems and structures in place that don't necessarily require your attention every single day. And then, whatever influence you have in whatever space you're in, turn that influence into assets. Now, to build like Rihanna, there are some 2 questions you need to ask yourself. What market is ignoring people? What problem is it that people are having that you have the answer to solve? What do you own today? And what can make money without you? These are just critical questions you need to sit back, take time, and analyze them if you are truly interested in building wealth like Rihanna, right? So don't just earn money, you need to build something that earns for you. Think passive income, all right? And if this topic, if you learned anything from this, then don't forget to subscribe and like, and of course, drop your comments in the comment section. I just tried to make this a very simple case study of how Rihanna builds her wealth. See you in the next one.